Hello everyone, so it's Doc2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on NeoArsenal, a mod that simply adds in powered tools, as well as a new ore and a few components. So yeah, I'll just charge up a few of these and then we can see what happens. But while it's doing that, we'll check out some of the components. So first you need to find some Neo ore, which you can find in Nether. I don't know the exact chances, but it's not that common. I'd say it's probably a bit more uncommon or rare. Other than that, you pretty much just mine it, and then you get a Neo chunk, I'm pretty sure. And then from there, you can use that to make bars, or you can use it to make an incendiary eye, which is then used to make some schematics, which is very important. You can also use it for smelting 200 items, so obviously double what lava can, and then obviously however much times coal. And you've got up to 400 RF as a power possibility in a Stirling dynamo. So yeah, and you can see there's obviously a bunch of different schematics for each different type of tool, as well as upgrade schematics for certain different possibilities. So obviously fortune, silk touch, fire, and more. So yeah, and I'll just let that do its thing, I guess. So here we go, so let's get some Neo ore, which I don't know if you need a diamond or netherite pick for this one. So we get diamond, or iron even. Let's see, got iron and we've got netherite here, so seems like you can't iron, I guess. Let's break that, and then we got nothing. Diamond, we get some Neo chunks, and obviously netherite will work because we know diamond does. So you get a range of 2 to 3 it seems, and I don't even have any fortune on. Don't know if that means you can apply fortune and still get somewhere, but for more of these if you wanted to. Not that you probably need too much of it later on, once you find a fair amount, but just in case we'll check. Fortune 3, just because why not? Let's get ourselves a fair amount of XP, and we'll just do this, and this, and this, and what do we get here? So we got 9, we'll just move that out. So we got 3, 8, maybe? It kind of seems to be jumping between it, almost similar to the other. I'd say maybe, but probably not as much noticeable. Anyway, we don't need these anymore, so we can just move those out. We don't really need the incendiary eye, because that's self-explanatory what happens there in JEI. And that's just for incendiary upgrades, we don't need that. And we don't need this, and we may or may not even need the enchanted book. So, what you want to do when making the tools is pretty much get access to Compact Neo, which is simply just some Neo bars and a 2x2 after doing the Neo chunk recipe. From there you'll want access to a tool core, which is simply just Neo bars and a processor, which is like so. Now once you've got those, you pretty much need a fabricator, which is just some Neo bars and a processor. And then from there you'll want a tool schematic, which you'll need specifically blank sheets, which is just paper, or if you have blank slips, which is just a bunch of other conversion things. So if you have existing upgrades, I don't know if that means it's tool ones or just a blank sheet, then there, or whatever other way around, I guess, because you can use those. Okay, so they're used for the upgrades, the other ones are used for the tool ones, specifically the bigger ones. And then that's pretty much it. I guess you can move the tool schematic as well back to a blank sheet if you want. So yeah, you pretty much just need whatever type of component, whatever schematic, and the other necessary materials from there. There's also a portable charger if you happen to have a tool core and 2 iron, and that can easily charge your stuff on the go. There's node selector as well, which I assume I just sneak and click. There might be a keybind. Go to here. NeoArsenal. Oh. There we go, so burning and charging, and no. Since obviously they're fully powered, we don't need to do that, but you get the idea. So with all the components and stuff out of the way, we'll see what these are capable of normally, without any upgrades at all. Just go diamond specifically there. Go some iron, and we'll go some coal. So just do this, this, and this to see base stats. I think they can break, yeah, so they're not completely useless. They do have benefits out of the gate. Let's get rid of these, come on. And we'll get some obsidian as well. I'm pretty sure it can mine that, no problem. As you can kind of see, the breaking animation does not make it very clear. We'll go to daytime even, which won't change much because of the texture, but it's enough at least to see it better. So we've got here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's about diamond equivalent for efficiency here. Yeah, and I can break that. And I don't think I have any ores that are higher tier either to demonstrate. So that's probably about it, I think, that I can go to. Either way. Right, so that's pretty self-explanatory. The axe can do what it can. We'll just sort of test, I guess, power usage, not durability. So if we strip here, we've got 6 used of power, and we've got a bit more used, I think, on the actual main. Yeah, so 7 used there for main hits, but stripping it uses 6 apparently, so that's interesting. Shovel, we've got 6 as well, pretty much, and if we just use that, that'll be, I assume, 7, yep. So pretty much like your, I guess, 2 uses of durability if it's the incorrect use, and 1 for if it's the correct use, sort of equivalent, I guess I would compare it to for using a power, except that they're obviously both proper uses. If we use this incorrectly though, it is using up, what, I think about the same? It's using the same as a normal hit, so it's not like 10 or 8 or something, it's just 7 like you normally would hitting a tree with an axe or harvesting dirt and such. Shovel. Sword though, I'm not too sure. I actually have to test that. Now I don't know if I'm in peaceful, so that's not going to work. So we've got here the normal sword, we've got 6. Okay, I'm assuming if you sort of spam it a bit, it'll be the 7 equivalent. 8 attack damage. That's probably it, and I assume the pick is basically the same. So if we might say stone, for example. Say 265. Maybe do like a particular ore, for example. So 65 to that, so that's 7. Kind of depends, I guess. So we use the charger. So we've got O, which is burning, which I assume is if it's got something it needs to burn. So does that mean I can put coal in my inventory, for example? I don't know if you just have to add that, for example? I don't think so. Items to charge, it recognized it, so if we press O again, it'll charge them up relatively quickly, and it's used that much power. There's nothing to charge anymore. I don't know how you do the powering part. Let's see, burning and charging. Mode switching is done such and such. Burning mode will search for stacks of coal, charcoal, incendiaries in the inventory and consume them, converting them into burn time, which is then... Okay, so it does work, it's just that it probably needs like a certain amount before it'll probably consider it. So that's probably why I wasn't doing it before. Otherwise, we'll just look at upgrades. We've got Deadly, Silky, Lucky, Incendiary, Efficient, and Massive. I don't know what Massive does on its own, so let's take a look. Massive. Let's see, Massive, which adds knockback 2 and grants the tool the ability to mine a such and such, like a hammer, applicable to pickaxes and shovels for hammer excavator-like abilities. Cool. So we got Deadly, which I assume we just apply it like so, or it doesn't work like that. How do these work? There's how you remove it. Let's see, how do you apply? You need to use one of the following as a base to upgrade a schematic. Place on your main hand and the tool you want to apply on your offhand. then simply right click, the trait is applicable. It will disappear and the trait will be added. Okay, you can cycle between traits as well apparently. Cool. So we need this now offhand, we need, for example, Silky, and that'll be applied there. So I'm assuming Lucky is not going to work. It does, so that means you can switch between Fortune and Silk Touch on a whim just by cycling upgrades. That's my guess. If so, that is pretty cool. So this shows that we also can't do that there because that's not supported. We can do Efficient, we can do Massive as well. So we'll just apply that to the pick because I assume we can do that for most of them, and the sword we can apply most of the others, correct? So Incendiary and Deadly, I assume, on there. Cool, so we'll go to Silky, which is just obviously Silk Touch. There we go, so I'll go down here, or I don't know if I can do this with a grass block even, seems I can. Cool, so that's 82, 73, yeah, 64, so I assume it probably does use quite a bit more when it comes down to the upgrades, possibly. 5, or maybe about the same. So we'll go O, which will turn out to Lucky, so that's Fortune 3. That's giving us 3. I'm probably going to want to do something like Coal, that'll be more noticeable. It's got 3, 4, got 8, got 12, so a bit of it applying there. And you get obviously the equivalent of this there, so 4010, 2001, so 9. Yeah, okay, so it does use a lot more power with upgrades. There we go. What do we got here? O, which is Efficient, which I assume just makes it 9 faster, pretty much. We'll try that on Obsidian now, since it's faster. See how much of a difference. Yeah, that's very quick. So, there we go, so 4050 something. So there's that, and then we've got, what, Lapis, for example, 47, 38, 29, so it does use quite a bit there. O, and then we've got Massive, which is our 3 by something, which has got a hammer sort of look there. So just go with, say, some Lapis, for example. But yeah, we can't have multiple applied at once, it seems. Yeah, and just got the following there. So that used 820. Okay, it was up to 820. We actually go here. I'm assuming it's considering all 9 blocks. Okay, so that's 9, so 1 per. There. So I'm assuming Obsidian maybe will be different, but I'm not going to because it'll take a while. And then we just have knockback as well, so we need to use this on mobs, for example. So we got here that 798, 85, 77, or 72, sorry. So that's how that does, and there's none. And then we'll go to the sword, which will swap to, which is that, which will just apply, obviously, fire aspect 3, not 2, interesting. So go for a spider, for example. Let's do this, like so. Used up to 87, 78, no, 74, so there's that. And then if we switch again, we have Deadly, which is sharpness, knockback, and sweeping edge. Okay, so we just do this with, say, a zombie. Real quick. We can pretty much take him out, I assume, in 2 hits. Yeah, so quite powerful. And obviously, differing amount of power there. So we got 48, 35, and that's a full charged one, so 22. Okay, and then we'll just cycle through this, and that'll charge everything there relatively quick. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.